Alright, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new. My name's Oliver. So for today's video, we have an episode recap of The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, Season 6, Episode 1. I have to say, I was actually invited to the premiere party for Season 6, and I already saw the episode like over a week ago. As of the day that I'm filming this, it aired yesterday, but I already saw it. And I have to say, this is an incredible episode. It was really good. So let's just go ahead and get into it. You know, of course, they start off with a montage like they usually do for Salt Lake City. First of all, it's basically Angie and Mary have a trip in Utah. I said in Utah. I mean, obviously it's in Utah. It's just an hour away from where they are in Salt Lake City. I forgot. Oh, was it Provo Canyon? I think that was it. Basically, Angie and Mary are hosting a trip, and they told everyone, based on the invite, that, you know, bring like a bikini and this and that, but also bring boots. So everyone's like, what is going on? So Angie and Mary are in Angie's RV. Angie literally has an RV and she's driving it. All the other girls are there except for Lisa. She's not there, but she's pretty much like one of the main topics of the episode. But they're meeting at Beauty Lab. So all the other girls are there waiting. Angie rolls up in the RV. Everyone is confused. They're like, is this to take us to like the private jet or something? Like, what's going on? They all get on the RV. They're just sitting there waiting, and all of a sudden, cops come. Literally, police come, and they knock on the door, and they're like, we're here for Whitney Rose. Kind of like a PTSD flashback for what happened with Jen Shah. I'm watching this in real time. I'm like, there is no way this is happening. And then, of course, as I predicted, they were strippers. Whitney got them on the prank because everyone was like, there's no way this is happening again. Like, it was a really good prank. But anyways, while they're on the bus going, they are talking about Lisa not being on the trip, and Whitney's kind of talking about it a little bit. She's not saying anything bad, I don't think. But then Brittany is going after Whitney's business out of left field. She says something about like Whitney's business, and then Whitney is like, how do you make money sucking dick? It just like went haywire for a minute. So then Brittany claims that Lisa is like a sister to her, which we were all like, y'all are what? Okay. Like, I don't know when that happened. Then I said the bus almost crashed. Finally get to the destination, and it's an RV campsite. They are not happy, except for Angie. They get off the RV and they sit down at the campsite. Then all of a sudden Brittany has an announcement, and it's that she brought camcorders for everyone to film because she was the cam girl last year, like, you know, filming everybody on the bus when they were in Mexico. Then they talk about how grateful they are to be there and be one with nature and whatnot. And then Angie says, you know, it's weird that Lisa isn't there. And then they're kind of like discussing that a bit, and Bronwyn's like shaking her head, and she eventually says that Lisa pretty much calls everyone liars when she doesn't like what everyone has to say. However, Lisa never calls out any BS about her own life. And Bronwyn says that there are like 5 lawsuits against Lisa. That was in the Salt Lake City Tribune. Like, Heather was like denying that she's seen it, but like, if it's everywhere, like, you've definitely seen it. Meredith like basically defends Lisa and says, you know, like, borrow money as part of like doing business. And then Angie said, I cannot believe Angie said this. Angie said that what Lisa did is similar to what Jen Shah did, but then Angie did backtrack. She said, wait, no, that's actually not a good analogy. She said that's a bad analogy. Then attorney Meredith steps in and says that the state is not going after Lisa, nor is the United States of America. Then Heather says that she's just not going to talk bad about Lisa's business to Bronwyn, especially when Bronwyn got caught lying about a $4 million necklace. So then that's when Bronwyn says that she shouldn't have tried to be cutesy about it, and when she tried to protect herself and the jeweler, but it sounded like a lie when she said, when I wear it, you'll see it. So she pretty much like kind of owned up to the fact that, you know, like, she didn't have it. But yeah, after this, Angie said that Lisa has information about everyone at the table. And yeah, she pretty much does, because they showed a montage of her like saying all this stuff about like, I heard this about you or whatever. And then all of a sudden Brittany gets up and goes ding 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 ding, I have an announcement. And then she announces that she and Jared got engaged, and subsequently announces that she and Jared got unengaged 2 weeks after that. Whitney says that she runs into him at the gym all the time when he appears single because he's never on the machine. Then Angie's like, okay, we're gonna split up and we're gonna go do activities. The activities were fly fishing and kayaking. So Heather, Bronwyn, and Whitney go kayaking, and it's low-key kind of fun. Then Meredith and Mary and Angie go fly fishing. Did Brittany go with them? I can't remember where Brittany went. But yeah, at the fly fishing, Mary is talking about doing CPR to the fish. I'm about to recreate this scene on Friday because so many people have already been asking about it, so I'm about to redo that. Then after this, everyone comes back for dinner, and Angie says that everyone is going to cook their own dinner. Yeah, and then I wrote in here that Mary is eating a dry bagel because she doesn't care to eat anything else, and because Angie forgot to bring condiments as well. And then Angie told Heather that she's being herself now that Lisa isn't there. Yeah, and then Brittany brings up how Whitney says she does Jared for money, but Whitney says, you know, suck for money. And then Whitney was basically saying, like, why did you have to bring up my business and stuff? She said she had to fire like 30 employees and she lost millions, so she kind of feels like a failure. And, you know, talking about that one TikToker that was trying to capitalize off of her business and stuff, and which I remember that. I remember seeing that TikTok. It came up on my For You page. I was like, Then Brittany is like, I'm sorry, I didn't know that. And then she went to go and hug Whitney. And then Whitney's like, I'm not ready for a hug yet. And then Brittany says, well, I want to apologize for the dick sucking. Oh my gosh, this is just so funny. And then Meredith and Brittany go at it, of course. And then Heather is like, let's go explore Molly Sorensen. Oh, that's right. A little bit earlier, Heather is like, Bronwyn, have you heard the story of Molly Sorensen? And Bronwyn's like, oh my gosh, yes. And they tell everyone about Molly Sorensen. Like, you know, she just like haunts Provo Canyon and whatnot. Then Heather's like, let's go explore Molly Sorensen, because she apparently like haunts the place. So then Mary's like, ugh, like the black person always gets killed first. And then they go into the woods and hear a noise and freak out. And then they want to go home. And then Meredith's camera falls. Anyways, that was pretty much the episode. It's a very good episode. It is an extended episode. It's like an hour long instead of 45 minutes, but very good, very much worth it, very good. And it's funny because it's like Lisa Barlow isn't even in the episode, and she's like in the episode. They're pretty much talking about her. But wonderful episode. You guys definitely need to go ahead and go watch. But yeah, anyways, leave your comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed as much as you did making it. Please remember, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.